All right, Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, Kodash. I'd like to say double honors to my teachers, the apostles, and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and teach well. And also Shalom and salutations to the brothers out there laboring in this work as well. All right, so I'm the brother Shaquat back with another lesson. And this lesson that I'm going to be getting into today, is just going to be I'm just going to be going into, the wickedness of this kingdom, and we know that this kingdom is wicked because the ruler, that's running this kingdom is wicked, man. And that's Esau Edom. He's known as the so-called white man today, but that's his biblical term. That's his real term. Esau Edom. You see, they descended from a man named Esau, and these so-called white people today are known as the Edomites. You see? So Esau and Edom are the same thing. They're just descendants of a man. The Edomites or Edom, that nation is a descendant of a man named Esau. Just as we, Jacob, are descendants of Jacob, So just same with Esau. He's a descendant of Esau, the Edomites. All right? But Jacob's name was later changed to Israel, which the Israelites, which came the Israelites, right? The 12 tribes of Israel. And those are the people that came or descended from the lineage of Jacob, which his name was changed to Israel, all right? But that's who's ruling the society right now. That's who's ruling the earth right now. Matter of fact, I'm going to start with that in the book of Job, chapter 9. Okay, Khan. Job chapter 9 and verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? You see, so that question mark is indicating and letting you know, who this wicked person is. You see, because there's one person, who covered the faces of the judges thereof. And who are the judges? Beginning with the Heavenly Father and his Son. That alone lets you know who the wicked is. That by process of elimination, you can find out who the wicked is by basically eliminating anybody that put themselves up as the Heavenly Father, and the Son, right? Because those are the judges. The Moabites, the so-called Chinese, they don't have a Jesus. You see, they don't have a God, they don't have God or a Jesus. You see, quote unquote Jesus, because that's not his real name, man. His real name is Yahweh Shai. But I'm just saying this for the lesson's sake. I'm speaking in verbatim, and for the lesson's sake. You see, so the Elam, the so-called East Indians, they do not have a Jesus. They have Shiva and these other gods. Who else, man? These Arabs, that's arguable, but these Arabs, they believe in Allah, and that's it. And all these other nations, Ham, whatever, they didn't depict themselves as God and his Son. This was only done by the so-called white man, Esau Edom. He's the one that set himself up as the Most High and his Son. You see, no other nation has done this. That's why it poses the question, if it's not him that's done this, who else did it? Where and who else, where is he? You see? So just proving that the so-called white man, he is the wicked that's ruling the earth right now. You see, because he is ruling based off deception and covering truth. You see, matter of fact, let's look up that word cover it. Let's see what it's, what it gives. Covereth. Kasa. It says, to cover, to clad, fill up hollows by implication, to cover, for clothing of security, clad self, clothe, conceal, cover. You see, hide. You see, flee to. So this is what the so-called white man has done. He's concealed and covered truth. You know? And what is a part of that? The truth. The fact that the Heavenly Father is a so-called black man. That the Heavenly Father looks like a so-called black man, and his son also looks like a so-called black man. They have melanin. You see? And their real names are not God and Jesus. Their real names are Yahweh and Yahushai. So this has been concealed and closed and covered and hidden by the so-called white man. You see, so this without a doubt proves that he is the wicked, because no other nation is ruling based off deception and hiding things and covering things, you know, but Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right. So that's who's ruling the earth right now. You see, and with the wicked ruling the earth right now, you have the earth taking on the frequency or the vibration of the rulers, which is a wicked vibration, man. You know, and you know, for you to make it in the society, you would have to be like the rulers. You would have to be wicked. You would have to be perverse. You would have to also cover things. You would also have to hide and conceal truth. You know? So basically transgress, because transgress is to go against, you know, to go against truth, right? So these things you have to do in this society to quote unquote make it. You know, you have to be like the rulers, and the rulers are wicked. All right. So this lesson that I'm going to be getting into is just going to be touching, you know, just going into something I ran across, you know, in the book of Exodus 22 and verse 18, you know, a word that came to mind. And this is dealing with the music industries today, you know, and what's the information that's coming out now, you know, the light is being shined on the wickedness of all these industries. The music industries, the fashion industry, Hollywood, acting, you know, whatever industry it is, you know, the light is being shined on them, man. You know, and is being shown for what it is and what has been hiding. You know, even Disney, these cartoons for kids that are quote unquote for kids, come to find out these characters are wicked characters. You know? I don't know, they're not coming to the top of my mind right now. You know, oh, Peter Pan, you know, for example, you know, come to find out he was a pedophile, man. You know, and countless other examples that are not coming to my mind, but yo, all this information is coming out more now. But you know, it's been known, but it's not coming out at the rate that it's coming out in right now, man. You know, but this is all due to the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai overwhelming the earth, man. You know, the truth, you know, the spirit of truth from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai is overwhelming the earth, you know, and is exposing all these lies and all this deception and all the things that have been hidden, man, and concealed. All this is coming out, man. You know, and this is also a part of prophecy, something the Lord prophesied about that was going to come to pass, that truth will flourish, you know, and deceit will be quenched, right? You see, so prophecy is right on schedule, man. Like, you know, because these are the words of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshai, you know? All right, so this is Exodus 22 and verse 18. It says, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, you know? And what is a witch? A witch is a sorcerer, someone that deals with magic and spells, enchantments. You see? And a witch is not just how the world was perceived to think a witch is, you know? a female with with a pointed hat, a black hat, all black, with a crusty with her pot, with her pot with green, conjuring up spells in a weird. No, man. A witch varies, man, because you have, and today, a lot of these music artists, they're known as witches too. You see, that word witch is not just reserved to one what? How do I put this to words, man? One look, like that, like the example I gave with that old witch, the old woman with the pointed hat, man. It's not just geared to that alone, but you have normal day-to-day people that dress casual, that are witches, man, and warlocks. You see? And what I'm focusing on in this lesson is these music industry artists, man. They're witches. They're known as witches. And they shouldn't be living. They should all be put to death. Because this is witchcraft. This is sorcery. This is dealing with the left hand energy, which is the Heavenly Father is not pleased with people that deal with the left hand energy, instead of dealing with the right hand energy, which is the source, which is Yahweh, man, the source of all these energies, So this is what I'm going to focus on, these music industry artists, man, which are witches, and I'm going to prove, my statement further by getting a couple definitions in the blue letter here, man. It says, thou shalt not suffer a witch to live, right? So when we look up that word witch, it says Kaspah. Let's see, listen.
Strong's H 3784. Kashaf.
Okay, I pronounced it wrong, but that's neither here nor there. All right, so in the Strong's definition, it says a primitive root properly to whisper a spell, i.e., to enchant or practice magic, sorcery, use witchcraft. You see? So the word I wanted to focus on, matter of fact, let me get this in the blue letter, is what? To practice witchcraft or sorcery, use witchcraft, the Strong's, to whisper a spell, And what came to my mind immediately is these beats, these beats that these artists use, the ad-libs they use, because what are ad-libs? The things behind your chorus, your verse or whatever, behind this, it's like a whisper. It's almost like a whisper, right? An ad-lib is almost like a whisper, something that you barely hear. It's like layered behind, and anything could be said behind the track, man, behind the song. So this is what came to my mind immediately, man. When it says to whisper a spell. You see? Because what also came to my mind is, like I mentioned earlier, right? Disney, these shows and movies, they actually have a flip side to them. They have two sides to them. The one side is what it seems, they have two meanings to things, man. And they have hidden enchantments in these Disney movies and shows that you won't catch unless you're focused on it, man. So they have things that are going on that weigh on your subconscious, man. Like for example, I was watching a video just breaking down how that a lot of these Disney movies, there's sexual content that are shown, that are not shown but hidden in plain sight. It's like you might miss it. You miss it purposely, but it's there. So that weighs on a child's subconscious, and he doesn't know that it's there, but it's in his subconscious, man. And that kid is being over sexualized without even knowing it and thinking that he's watching a cartoon or a good show. So that's the same with the music. These artists, they might be saying particular things and whispering particular things, but you might have behind a bar an ad-lib that's saying or whispering a spell, an enchantment. You see? So this is what came to mind. And then I looked up that word whisper, right? And it says, speak very soft using one's breath without one's vocal cords, especially for sake of privacy, right? When we go down to whisper, come on, what's that the word? Slakia, bear with me. I gotta look this up. Okay, yeah, Khan. There we go. Khan. Right. Okay. It says the verb, right? Whisper, murmur, mutter, murmur, mutter, mumble. And wow, that's a spirit, man. Even in modern, like today, 2024, and even like probably 2020, 2019, right? What you have something known as mumble rap that was introduced, right? Like mumble rap, mumble rap is nothing but that's basically whispering enchantment. That's what came to my mind, if I'm just putting the pieces together through the spirit, man. So mumble rap, that's a part of what that word whisper. You see, it says speak, say softly, speak, say in muttered tones, speak, say in hushed tones, man. So to whisper a spell, so these people are mumbling or whispering spells, they're saying spells in their music, man. You see, whether that might be in the background of the song or actually in the song, man. So these artists, they're known as witches for this very thing they do. Whisper spells and enchant the listener. You see? So that's what came to mind. And this is what this whole society is all about, man. It's all about left-handed stuff, dealing with the devils and demons, practicing, doing this, man. This is what this whole society is all about, man. Because the so-called white man is into these things. He doesn't have a God, he doesn't have a God or spiritual side to him. You see, so he has to go to the left-hand side to do carnal things, man. Because when you indulge in left-hand things, that's, you're being carnal. So let's go from there to the book of Isaiah 47. And I'm going to start at verse 10, and this is in the NLT. It says, you felt secure in your wickedness. And this is talking about America, and who's ruling America or Babylon. America, a.k.a. Babylon, is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. So this is speaking about them. You see, it says, you felt secure in your wickedness. No one sees me, you said, but your wisdom and knowledge have led you astray. And a part of his wisdom and knowledge is what? That left hand wisdom and knowledge, that sorcery, that witchcraft. It says, and you said, I am the only one and there is no other. So disaster will overtake you and you won't be able to charm it away. Calamity will fall upon you and you won't be able to buy your way out. A catastrophe will strike you suddenly, one which you are not prepared. You see, so this is what's coming, right? America's going to be visited by the Heavenly Father, man, by calamity and catastrophe, man. Things that there's never been seen before. Why? Because this place was founded on wickedness and witchcraft and bloodshed and anything you can name, man, that's negative. America was founded based off that, man. You know, so it's not going to go unanswered, but it's going to be accounted for, man. And the Lord is going to judge America for that same very purpose, man. Verse 12, it says, now use your magical charms. Use the spells you have worked at all these years, man. You know? So these Edomites in America, they deal with magical charms and spells. You see? This is their MO. It says, maybe they will do you some good. You see? So there's going to come a point where America, there's going to be a calamity that's going to come upon America, that the Lord here is mocking them and saying, why don't you use your witchcraft? Why don't you use your magic and your spells to help deliver you from these things I bring upon you? That's what the Lord is basically saying, man. You know? He's saying maybe they will do you some good. Maybe they can make someone afraid of you. All the advice you receive has made you tired. Where are your astrologers? Those stargazers who make predictions each month. Let them stand up and save you from what the future holds, man. You see? So the Lord is mocking Esau and America, saying, let your astrologers and your stargazers, basically those were people that predicted the events, you know, the future events, those sorcerers and witches and warlocks, right? The Lord is saying, call them and see if they can save you from the future. You know, which they won't, because the Lord, this is the Lord's plan, man. You know, so with that, I hope this lesson was edifying. You know, I want to say, call halayim la Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Ruach Kudash. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying and it made sense what I was trying to express through the Spirit. You know, Lord willing, the Spirit made it edifying for the elect. You know, until next time, shalom.